Hey everybody, it's Nate here with Goalie. If you don't already know us, our mission is to build tech tools for families with neurodiverse children. A lot of our families depend on Medicaid waivers to get the help and services that they need. This video is part of a series where we research these programs state by state and explain them to you jargon-free. Our goal is to help families like yours navigate this difficult process and get the help and coverage that you need. Hey everybody, it's Nate here with Goalie. Wow, I was just like Lindsey Vonn out there, wasn't I? Welcome to our state-by-state Medicaid waiver guide. This is essentially our series where we talk about each state's Medicaid and Medicare waiver programs, and we break them down for you. If you couldn't tell by that amazing ski session I put on there, we're going to be talking about the state of Utah today. Let's hop right into it. All right, so first of all, where am I right now? I'm currently on Goalie's forum page. To get here, you're going to type in forum.goalie.co. When you get to a webpage, it looks just like this. On this forum, we talk about all kinds of things, some general life and kids advice, some tips and support about Goalie specifically. And our topic of conversation today, government waivers, and more specifically, government waivers in the state of Utah. All right, you're going to click on this topic, says Utah Medicaid waiver guides, and that's exactly what this is. So for Utah, we're only going to be focusing on one waiver today, and that's the community supports waiver for individuals with intellectual disabilities and other related conditions. Quite a mouthful. Let's talk about it. So who can apply for this waiver? Based on circumstance and diagnosis, actually any child or adult who is diagnosed with either an intellectual or developmental disability, which includes a diagnosis of autism, can apply for this government waiver. Utah requires that individuals need to meet an intermediate level of care. And to quickly explain what that is, intermediate care just means that you need some support and some supervision to get through your everyday activities. You don't require a hospital level of care and doctors constantly at your side or need to be put in a nursing home. You just need support to get through your day, which is what most Goalie families fall under. There's more eligibility requirements here that we post in this link here. So if you want to just pop over to our forum, this is the hyperlink that's helpful and breaks it down a little bit more specifically. What are the income requirements of who can apply? So luckily, income eligibility is based entirely on child's income, not parental income. So unless your child's making crazy amounts of money, you should be able to apply for this waiver based on income. All right, what do I get if I do apply? So again, you can see here, if you want to read each one of these services, be my guest. But we list all of them on our forum. There's a good amount of services covered with this waiver by Utah. It's positive. All right, I see the waiver. I know, look, I think I'm eligible. I see what's covered. I want it. How do I apply? So the first step, what you're going to do is you're going to call the Division of Services for People with Disabilities. And that number is posted right here. It's 801-538-4200. Now, they're going to walk you through the steps and they'll talk to you about what to do. They'll talk about what application you need to fill out. They'll get in contact with you. They're a helpful resource. However, it's important to say, and we'll talk about this a little bit later when we talk about our Goalie waiver scorecard and what we think about it, but there is a 5-year wait list. As horrible that is, like, no one thinks that that is ideal. People are applying for these waivers because they need help and they need coverage, and having a 5-year wait list is embarrassing. So you should know that before you go through this process, that it's going to take a long time. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be strenuous, and just know that. So what does the Goalie team think about Utah's waiver specifically? Like we said earlier, absolutely no parent should have to wait 5 years to start receiving services for things that they absolutely need. This comprehensive waiver simply does not have enough funding, and an additional autism-specific waiver that Utah has is currently being eliminated. There's nothing really much more to say. No matter how many services you have listed, if people can't access this because they have a 5-year waiting list, there's a fundamental problem with the waiver. If you're on it, it's great, but it's really, really hard to get on it. Let's go to our Goalie waiver scorecard quickly. So based on website clarity and ease of navigation, we give that a 4 out of 5. Utah's webpage is actually quite clear and easy to use and to navigate and see helpful resources. So that's their best score, their most positive thing. Now let's talk about their worst score. That 0 out of 5 is due to their access and requirements of qualification. When you first look at it, their access and requirements are great. Anyone can apply based on income, and there seem to be a good amount of people who can apply. You just need to meet an intermediate level of care and have a diagnosis of one of those two intellectual or developmental disabilities. However, like we talked about, 5 years, 5-year wait list. There's no way you can get any potential good score or really help anybody with a 5-year wait list. This needs to be immediately changed. All right, what about their healthcare coverage? So we give that a 3 out of 5. There are a good amount of services covered, but anytime that you're restricting your applicant pool by so much and the people who are actually on the waiver, you cannot get a good score by covering people and giving them a good amount of healthcare. So 3 out of 5, good service, but no one can even receive it. So, all right. So we hope you found this video extremely helpful, but this does not need to be the only resource or research that you do. In our forum, we have linked a couple of different helpful links to provide you with some more information. Feel free to check those out. They're all really helpful. And Utah Family Voices especially, this kind of is a parent-to-parent contact, which is really powerful. And it's focused on the state of Utah. They have branches in different states, and this link should take you right to Utah's specific state, which could be really helpful to talk to somebody who's been through this, who works with children with special needs. It's just a really great resource to use. Again, lastly, there's that number right there, the Division for Services with People with Disabilities. Check that out, call them, they'll walk you through the process. I mean, 5 years, but at least give them a call, see what you can do, see what you qualify for. That's the best, sadly, that we can offer.
If you've gone through this process yourself and can add any color to our research, please share your experience in our forum. Your help would be greatly appreciated by families who are new to this. If you're just getting started yourself, don't worry. We're here to help. If you have any questions, ask them in our forum and we'll do our best we can to support you. And lastly, if you found this video helpful, let us know. Drop a like or leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you.